Welcome at the challenge Inclusive Banking. The challenge comes from getting goals. The goal is building a local, inclusive, circular economy. An economy where people are all involved. Because that is the main target. We realize that in a normal society, people have a lot of values which are not taken in account because they're not easy to monetize there. And that's a pity. Because what we hope, of course, is that everybody who has values, who has qualities in a community, can become a member of this and can contribute to this community. Think about the values that most people have, besides money. It's time, energy, mobility, waste, those kind of values we have, and it would be great if we could get them in the community. And that's what we are thinking about. To tell you something about these values, thinking about energy. In these times, you see people are much more able to create energy themselves. By solar, by wind, because they have a battery. And you have these smart grids nowadays, which makes it possible for people to really have their energy and deal with it. And so that's an important value we see, which will come more and more in account. The other thing is mobility. Of course, most people have a car, and people who don't can use cars, can help each other, can drive each other around. So that's something. And here in Holland, of course, we think about bikes. We lend bikes like the old ones, where you could put a lot of load on it. All things that help enormously. And of course, you can push someone to extend its own mobility. Then think about time. Time is also a value that people have and which is seldom really optimally used. Think about babysitting, teaching, organizing things, explaining things to people. All kinds of things that you need time for it, you give time, and it helps enormously to grow into the community. And think about waste. Waste, of course, in these days is more and more a product that can be reused and that has value. And of course, sometimes it takes time to make it ready for reuse, but it is more and more a possibility. And more organizations, even producers of waste, make it easy to reuse it and to make a value of it. So that's something we all can contribute. And think about the simple way of bringing your garbage from the garden and putting it in a central place where people can reuse it. All different ways that help people to contribute to the society. In our whole system, that's what we are looking for. How can we take care that people use their values, contribute to community, and make them part of the community, even if money is not what they have at hand. Still, they're able to bring something. Well, how are we going to do it? We want to have an app, of course, an easy way to exchange. It is not a problem if you just exchange. I have some energy, you have a car, I'll give you one of my energy and you can drive the car. But of course, it's not always like that. And sometimes only one of the persons has something to ask. And how do we deal with that? There comes tokenization in the picture. And of course, we believe in tokenization. We see it has a lot of values, a lot of advantages. And so we believe we put tokenization in it. But we should take care that the tokenization is not going to be just a translation of money. No, it should be in itself a quality. And so we are looking how you can tokenization the things without getting all things back to money. And one of the inspiring examples we found in the game Clash of Clans, where you see that they have different sources, different values, and the values have different tokens who are not exchangeable. And that's a brilliant idea, because then you stay away from one monetization and just keep it possible that people exchange the values as they feel for it at the moment they want to exchange it. And you don't get a rigid system. So that's where we're looking for tokenization, but maybe more than one token next to each other. The background is, of course, the values. We want to bring in more values, and we realize how different they are, how rich they are. You have so much values, personal values, like attention, support, memories, identity. All things that are very valuable, and people are willing to give something for it, and in normal systems they have not the place, and we want to bring them in. The same with community values, community service you deliver, a community house, a food bank, all things outside the capitalistic system, but very much inside the community feeling. And that's what we are looking for. And you can extend it, of course, with people who do something extra for the community, get extra value from the community, or time banking, where you take care of someone, and later on, when you need time for yourself, you have the time you spent at someone on the bank and can bring it in. That's where a challenge is about. The whole community system, with all its complications, we look for values, rules, accounting. Of course, that we should all take in account. It must be a serious thing. And then it's for us possible to create a next step. First, of course, we hope we create this app. This app that's an easy way to exchange all the values with each other. And in the long run, it will release the potential that's in the community. And the test will be in the future, because our goal of a local, inclusive, circular community will be tested in the future in 10 cities around Europe to see if it really is possible to unleash all those extra values that people have, and so create a more strong, more inclusive, and more circular economy. I hope you will take our challenge and bring in your best thoughts. Thank you.